And here's my coil installation. This is actually the back side of the furnace. Furnace faces that way. The old coil used to face that way, but it's a whole lot easier to get to it from this side. So I had to bring the lines around. Made some bends with my Hillmore bender. Came right around and in. Same thing on the liquid. Well, I didn't use the bender on the liquid line, but brought it around. This is the piston that came with this coil. But most of you know that piston metering device, when it's not as hot outside, you don't have as much of a load on the outdoor unit. You don't get quite as good a cooling performance. And so I did go ahead and put a TXV on this system. That's the Goodman TXV kit for this coil. You've got to insulate that bulb. And the instruction manual for installing this said to mount the bulb on the top of the suction line if it is 3/4 or smaller. If the suction line is 7/8 or larger, you mount it in either the 8 o'clock or the 4 o'clock position. And this being 3/4, it goes on top. I'm going to put this little piece of insulation here between this equalizing tube and the suction line so that it doesn't rub. It's got this rubber grommet here so that it won't rub on the cabinet. They do send you the little stubs. I'll actually stick the box right here. They do send you the little stubs that you can braze in to have the equalizing port on the outside. Like I could have put that. Right there, but there already is an equalizer port on the inside of the coil, and I went ahead and just routed it in there to use that one rather than having another joint out here. So this is to go around the TXV itself to insulate it, and this is the TXV kit I'm using. And as further testament to R-407C being the best replacement for 22, you can see that this valve is rated to use either one, and R-407C is what we're using. And that's the Goodman number, I believe, TX3N2. Anyway, I'll go ahead and get these drains hooked up to my drain line here. It runs that way, and then I've got to hook you can't see it, but then I've got to rehook up the, reattach rather, the drain coming off the furnace, because it is a 90% condensing furnace. So let me go ahead and get that done, and we should be about ready here. I'll be glad to be done with this project. So, just a 3-ton Goodman cased horizontal coil, all aluminum. Alright, I'm done under here. It's insulated, best I can get it really. Drains are done. Tied in the same one, and I'm sure somebody will have something to say about this, but this is my own personal unit at my house, and I just want it to work basically. So finished under here. Gonna head outside. Vacuum should be about finished by now, and go ahead and weigh in the charge, and we will start it up and see what happens. Vacuum's been running about an hour and a half. I'm not using a micron gauge. I'm sure somebody has something to say about that too. But hour and a half, I mean, I know that it's evacuated how it needs to be. And like I said, this is my personal unit at my house, so I mean, if anything happens to it, I'll just fix it. Unit calls for 93 ounces, and that'd be about 5.8 pounds. So I'm going to start off by putting about 5.5 pounds, about 5 pounds, 8 ounces in it. And then we'll go from there. I don't want to overcharge it. I'll get this charged up and started up and see how it looks. We got 5 pounds, about 9 ounces in there. This is where I'm running. It's about 65 degrees out here right now, so it's really not good weather to be charging it or checking it, but super heat's running a little bit low. Of course, it's only about 70 degrees inside. Pressures. I'm going to check it again when the weather gets hot. It's supposed to be 80-something degrees later on this week. I'll check it again then, just to make sure. But everything seems pretty good right now. Got polyester oil in the compressor. No issues there. Marked the change in refrigerant, mark out R-22 407C, and I got it bigger over here. Yeah, that should do it. It's running pretty good, running pretty smooth. So, like I said, I'm going to check it again when it's warmer outside. Just wanted to take a look at it for right now. Anyways, that should do it. Appreciate you guys watching.